So every morning, my sister and I, we start our day discussing about my grandmother's poop. So सबैले बिहान उठेर म र मेरो बहिनी चाहिँ मेरो हजुरआमाको आछीको बारे कुरा गर्छौं. कस्तो टेक्सचर थियो, कलर कस्तो थियो, अमाउन्ट कति थियो, and even the smell. And I know some of you must be feeling really uncomfortable right now and you must be wondering why. Well, my grandmother has colon cancer. अनि उहाँको अपरेट गरेर दिशा नली अथवा कोलोन चाहिँ निकालिसकेको हुनाले जसरी तपाई र मेरो आछी आउँछ त्यसरी उहाँको आउँदैन. Her poop comes in a colostomy bag and whenever it gets filled we have to take it out. And we do have help, but as her family we decided to learn it ourselves and do it. So we help her unload the bag, clean it, change it, and dilate the stoma or the opening. There's a whole lot of complex engineering that goes behind it, which is a different story. But honestly, भन्नुपर्दाखेरि firstमा मलाई एकदमै घिन लाग्थ्यो. म कुनै ठुलो मिसनमै जान लागेको जस्तो गरेर I would really prepare myself. I'd put on mask, I'd put on gloves, scent छर्थे, and then I would take a deep breath and tell myself I can do it भनेर गर्थे. तर गर्दै जाँदाखेरि बानी भयो. So now it's not disgusting anymore. This is how it is for her and for us भनेर now I take it very simply. And the more I helped, the more I saw the excruciating pain that my grandmother is going through. I told myself that I was just making such a fuss about the act of cleaning it when the pain that my grandmother is going through is way beyond my disgust. So I even take it with much humor. In my family, for us, goo is equals to gold or soon. So every biano, म र मेरो बहिनीको competition हुन्छ. कसले बढी सुन कमायो भनेर. अनि अलि धेरै आएको दिन चाहिँ हामी एकदम एक्साइटेड भएर यार म त आज धनी भएँ भनेर जोक पनि गर्छौं के. So this has made me realize the circle of life. Before, my grandmother used to take care of her grandparents. उहाँहरुको मसाज गर्दिने, खाना बनाइदिने, हुक्का बनाइदिने, नुहाइदिने. That's how she gave back. And right now this is how I'm doing it. एउटा अर्कै किसिमको आनन्द आउँछ हजुरआमालाई यसरी सेवा गर्न पाउँदाखेरि, उहाँलाई यसरी माया गर्न पाउँदाखेरि है. म सानो छँदाखेरि she was the one who used to take care of me. She changed my diapers and now I help her. Before she used to feed me, now I feed her. And trust me, it is a really different kind of peace of mind. And I feel really privileged to be able to return this favor and to be so intimate with her. And sometime back, my grandmother attended one of my dance shows. I also do Kathak and she loves it. And that evening she was going on and on and on about how much she loved it, Banira. And next morning, Facebook my pictures ayo, मेरो साथीहरुले post गर्नुभयो. And I was so excited to show her, like, अझै हेर्नुस्, हिजोको pictures भने देखाएँ मैले. And then she looked at them and she said, कहिलेको हो यो? को हो यो? भनेर, like, कहिलेको? She had forgotten everything. And there was no point in reminding her because in addition to cancer, Surja Devi is also fighting Alzheimer's. Surja Devi is my grandmother's name, and if you search hashtag Surja Devi on Facebook and Instagram, then you'll see her posts. Alzheimer's, maybe some of you already know, it is a disease of the brain. It affects your memory and you start forgetting things, you start forgetting people, you lose the chain of thoughts, and you hallucinate, and after some time, it affects all your functions. Ani, well, for my grandmother, it's really very difficult because Alzheimer patients haruko चाहिँ नि episodes haru हुन्छ, especially during sundowning. जति जति अँध्यारो हुँदै गयो उहाँको hallucinations त्यति बढ्दै जान्छ कि उहाँलाई रात दिन छुट्याउन गाह्रो हुन्छ, गर्मी जाडो भन्न सक्नुहुन्न, के खाइराछु भन्न सक्नुहुन्छ हुन्न, and she can't even tell a soap sabun from a switch. And then there was this one point where she almost didn't recognize herself. And all this experience has made me realize such important things in life that I'm so grateful for. First, is the beauty and the importance of something I so casually call living in the moment. I read so many books about mindfulness. I go to meditation classes. But with my grandmother, I'm literally living in the moment, like the dance performance. I lived with her, and the next day, she had forgotten about it. The moment has passed. So the khaltatas that I do with her, the ups and downs, the sad memories, the happy times, if I'm able to be in the moment, then I get to experience it. If not, I've lost it. And this is probably one of the most difficult things that I've realized, but thanks to Surja Devi, I'm really trying to experience and love the life and moment that as it is now. And the second thing that I've learned from the intimate times that I've spent with my grandmother is the value of relationships. Even at this most difficult time when my grandmother has forgotten almost most of the things in her life, what has remained with her are the memories of her precious relationships. उहाँको बितिसकेको आमालाई सम्झेर उहाँले मेरो आमा कहाँ हुनुहुन्छ उहाँले खानुभयो मेरो श्रीमान कहाँ हुनुहुन्छ बाजे कहाँ हुनुहुन्छ मेरो दिदीलाई फोन गर्नुपर्ने कति भयो नआउनु भएको भनेर भन्नुहुन्छ अनि every morning the first thing that she remembers is her son and her daughters. अनि उहाँलाई जति जति गाह्रो हुँदै गयो शास्ति हुँदै गयो she wants me, my sister, my mother, my father, her daughters around her. She basically wants full house. And through this I realized that at the end what matters really are your relationships, right? In the end what you value is people you love and the people who love you. Doesn't matter what you've done in life, what you have earned, how much you've made. तर लास्टमा गएर चाहिँ माया गर्ने मान्छेहरुको त्यो बन्ड नै सबैभन्दा अमूल्य हुने रहेछ भनेर मैले सिकेँ. And trust me, honestly, this has made a very big impact in my life, and it has helped me to make that difficult choice of love and relationship over other things. कति काम भइरा हुन्छ है बिजी भइरा हुन्छ लाइफमा बिजी नहुँदाखेरि पनि म बिजी छु भन्न मन लागिरा हुन्छ है अनि materialistic thingsहरुमा चाहिँ inclination भइरा हुन्छ. But I have this sense of realization, although not entirely, but thanks to Surja Devi, I'm really trying. And all this was possible only because I made the constant and conscious effort of spending quality time with my grandparents. म धेरै वर्ष बाहिर बसेँ 6-7 वर्ष लगभग म नेपाल बाहिर बसेँ अनि जान अगाडि त्यति समझ थिएन यस्तो कुराको हैन यङ नै थिएँ तर when I came back I realized what I was missing, so I took the effort to understand them better. And that's when I realized कि मैले मेरो हजुरआमा हजुरबुवाहरुको बारे त्यति थाहा नै छैन रहेछ. On the other hand, they know so much about me, almost everything. When I grew up, how I grew up, what I like, what I dislike. But I know so little about them, right? भनेर मैले realize गरेँ. And in fact, what I also realized was I was not making any effort to even understand them, right? भनेर हामीले कोसिस नै गर्दैनौं रहेछ भनेर सोचे कि. Because, for example, मेरो हजुरआमा Surja Devi, she keeps reading the phone diary. Phone diary चाहिँ उनीहरुले A to Z, Z to A बाट पढिरहनु हुन्छ, धेरैचोटि पढ्नु हुन्छ है. अनि फर्स्टमा त मैले त्यति वास्ता गरेको थिएन, अब बुढी मान्छे Alzheimer's छ, के गरे होला नि त भनेर. तर when she did it again and when I took the effort to understand and analyze it, I discovered that she uses the phone diary to remember the people and the incidents associated with them. A खोल्नुहुन्छ अनि A बाट यो मान्छे फलानु ओ यो भनेर B बाट यो फलानु मान्छे भनेर. Such a brilliant idea, right? And I also discovered the wittiness, the funny side of my grandmother. एकदम funny हुनुहुन्छ रहेछ भनेर मैले थाहा पाएँ. There was one time when she had her dirty socks hanging from the 2 branches of the plant in our veranda. अनि I asked her किन त्यस्तो फोहोर मोजा किन यसरी राखेको भन्दा she said in a very assuring voice that no, that wasn't me. It grew out of them भनेर. जी या नहोइ मको त आफै बुया हो रका. So she's very funny. And so before that I really didn't take effort to understand them. But जति जति उहाँहरूसँग टाइम स्पेन्ड गर्दै गएँ, I listened to their stories of their struggle, their childhood, how they grew up, what they like, dislike, their interests, their hobbies, and how they're unable to continue it and how difficult they feel at this age. So I wanted to help more. As a result of that, my sister and I, we started this organization called OGs, through which we try and help elderly community to continue their passion, their hobbies, and most importantly, to bridge the bond with the younger generation. So यसकै दौरानमा मैले धेरै मान्छेहरूलाई भेटेँ जसले भन्छ कि ए मलाई मेरो हजुरआमा हजुरबुवाले के गर्नुहुन्छ मलाई थाहै छैन यार म सोधेर भन्छु ल भन्छ. And I feel like this already is such a beautiful start to bridging that gap and to strengthen this beautiful relationship. Surja Devi really wanted to be here today. She wanted to meet you, listen to this, but for obvious reasons she could not. तर म यहाँ आउन अगाडि मेरो हजुरआमालाई मैले बाई भन्छु as always, and she said, ए तिमी कलेज जान लागेको हो ल राम्रै पढेर आऊ है भनेर. She said good luck and she also gave me a kiss as she always does. Thank you.